Hey everybody, it is Miss Ava Hart. Today is Thursday, September the 24th, 2020, and it is 8:49 a.m. So today in chat, because our unit is the civil rights movement or literature from the civil rights movement, how words can inspire change. So today, as most of you know, breaking news, if you want to call it that, the case with Breonna Taylor. They did not charge the officers with her death, but they charged the officers with their shots, their gunshots, basically going into neighboring apartments. But they didn't charge the officers with the death of Breonna Taylor. So in today's chat, in all our hours, we're going to talk about that, because whether you all realize it or not, you have just lived. Actually, we all have. We have all just lived. We are currently living through the largest civil rights movement in history. This civil rights movement has went all over the world. Not all over the United States, all over the world. And let me break it down, the magnitude of this movement. I am a gun owner. I legally can carry a concealed weapon in Michigan. So imagine you see these protesters literally standing in the face of a police officer who has the ability, who is trained to blow their head off. They have a Glock 9 on their hip, and they can literally blow these people's heads off. And we've seen them do it, unfortunately, to melanated people, to black people. But we've seen protests all over the world where people are standing up to the police, who have the ability at any given moment, second, minute, to use the weapon that they have and literally kill the people in front of them. And we see people all over this country, all over this world, standing up to them. And you really don't understand the power, the strength of those people unless you own a gun. If you own a gun, then you understand that it takes a bold person to stand up to a person who has a gun on their hip and stand up to them and say, I'm not taking your mess no more. So if people all over this world have the strength to stand up to a person who literally has a weapon on their hip and can literally blow them away at any given minute or moment, and if these people have the strength to stand up to them and say, I'm not taking your mess no more, what does that tell you about how people are going to treat people who are quote unquote call themselves leaders? If I got the nerve and the strength and the audacity to stand up to somebody who got a straight up gun on their hip and could kill me at any given moment because I'm not liking the way that you treat me or treat people that look like me, you best believe I'm not. If I have the strength to do that to a person who has a gun on their hip, you best believe that I'm not going to take your mess if you don't have a gun on your hip and you call yourself a leader. Because that's where we're at now in America, people. Like, nobody is caring about the fact that you have a title and you call yourself a supervisor, or you call yourself a boss or CEO or a manager. Nobody's caring about that no more. If you mistreating me, you're going to hear about it, because the world has already set the scene for that. Nobody's playing out here no more. No one is going to keep allowing anybody, especially people who are in power or authority, or who have titles of authority or have titles of positions. They're not going to keep letting people just walk all over them. Enough is enough, people. And we see that with the Black Lives Matter movement. We see it. So we're going to talk about that today in chat. After you watch this video, I want you to blow the chat up. Tell me what you think. You could agree to disagree. That's fine. I want to hear everybody's perspective on what we're witnessing in the world. Because I'm going to tell you right now, this sister right here, I mean, I've been about that life. You can ask anybody. Like, I've been about that life. But really, right now, I'm not playing with nobody. Like, I don't care what position, what title you got behind your name. If you are not treating me how I deserve to be treated, how I've set the standard for myself to be treated, if what you're saying to me does not make sense, then I'm going to let you know about it. Because that's where we at. Because titles don't mean anything anymore. People are uprising. People are throwing titles out the window. People don't care about your title. They don't care about your title. If you are mistreating people, they're going to let you know about it. People are walking off of jobs. People are quitting because they're realizing their worth. They're realizing, I don't have to put up with this. Do you know who I am? I don't have to put up with this. You can talk to somebody else that way, but you're not going to talk to me this way. So people are really waking up to the fact that they are human beings and deserve to be treated as human beings. And what's going on in the case of Breonna Taylor, it's just really adding fuel to the fire. People really are just like, oh no, we not taking this. We not dealing with this nonsense and this foolishness. So after you watch the video, blow the chat up. I'm gonna post it in chat about what we're doing today. And instead of Thursdays being tag team Thursdays where you get into a group, I'm going to change it for right now, and I'm going to call it Timeline Thursday. Timeline Thursday. And Timeline Thursday is whatever current events that are going on in the world that relate to our unit, about the civil rights movement as literature. Anything that I see that is interesting or that will relate to our unit, then I'll do a video about it, and then we'll just talk about it on Thursdays. Because I want to know what y'all thinking. What you thinking about this? Like, because your generation is really standing up and saying, we ain't taking this no more. Like, what? Like, y'all thought y'all knew, but y'all don't. Not in real life. So, after watching the video, post your comments in chat. And, we'll do extra credit. I think I'm going to do extra credit for this. So post your comments in chat, and I'll add this on Power School as extra credit. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ready, set, let's go. Let me see what you think. Post it in chat, and I'll talk to you later on chat. All right, have a good one, y'all.